everyone, my name is Nikita and I'm from the Bodhi Academy. Today we are going to start a new chapter from 9th standard science textbook, that is chapter sound. Okay, so this is the last chapter of physics part from your science textbook, and in this chapter we are going to study what is sound, okay, how sound is produced, and the different concepts which are related to sound. Okay, every day we hear sounds of various kinds, like from various sources, right? From humans, birds, bells, machines, vehicles, televisions, radios. It is actually a form of energy which produces sensation of hearing in our ears. Okay, so how do we hear the sound, or how do we feel this sound? This is because we have the organ, the sense organ, that is ears. There are also other forms of energy like mechanical energy, light energy. Okay, you have been taught about conservation of energy, which states that we can neither create nor destroy energy. We can just change it from one form to other. So even over here we will see how the sound energy changes from one form to other. Okay, now we will see how a sound is produced. For this you have to do an activity. Take a tuning fork. Okay, tuning fork is this type. Take a tuning fork and set it in vibrating by striking its prong on a rubber band. Okay, so if you hit the tuning fork on a rubber band, rubber pad, you will see that it is vibrating, right? So do you hear any sound? Yes, we can hear a sound. Touch one of the prongs of the vibrating tuning fork with your finger and share your experience with your friends. Okay, so what happens when you hit it? Okay, we can see that we can feel some sensation, right? Now suspend a table tennis ball or a small plastic ball by thread from a support. You have to suspend a tennis ball like this through a support, and then you have to hit the tuning fork to the ball. Okay, and see the vibration. Okay, so what did you notice in this activity? That it is vibrating. To produce a sound, there is vibration. In the above activity, we have produced sound by striking the tuning fork. We can also produce by plucking, scratching, rubbing, blowing, or shaking different objects. What do we observe in such activities? We observe that there is a vibration which produces a sound. More importantly, we observe that a vibration is produced in such cases. Okay, and that vibration is then producing a sound. So what is vibration? Vibration means a kind of rapid to and fro motion of an object. Okay, to and fro motion. Okay, so when you strike something, it will go in front and it will come back to and fro. Okay, so that motion of an object is called as vibration. So first we need to understand the definition of vibration, because we have concepts related to it. Okay, the sound of human voice is produced due to vibrations in the vocal cord. Okay, so when we talk, the sound which is produced, it is also because of the vibration of the vocal cords. So what is more important for the sound production is the vibration. Okay, it is the vibration. Now we will see now how sound is propagated. Now what is the meaning of propagation? Propagation, see, what is the meaning of production? Production means it is produced from a source. Okay, this is a source which is producing the sound, and then the sound is propagated. Okay, the sound is propagated. This is the traveling of the sound. Okay, so there is difference between production and propagation. Sound is produced by vibrating objects. By vibrating objects, a sound is produced. The matter or substance through which sound is transmitted is called as a medium. Okay, so if suppose this is a source which is producing sound, the sound is produced over here, then it is propagated or it is transmitted through a medium. Okay, then only it can reach the receiver, the one who will receive the sound. Okay, so what is important over here is the medium. If there is no medium you provide, then the sound won't travel. So even if the sound is produced, it will be of no use because it won't be heard by any receiver, because it won't be transmitted. Okay, now how it is transmitted? Sound moves through a medium from the point of generation to the listener. When an object vibrates, it sets the particles of the medium around it vibrating. Okay, so if there is vibration produced over here, what happens? It also sets other particles in vibration. Okay, the particles do not travel away from the vibrating object to the ear. A particle of the medium in contact with the vibrating object is first displaced. Okay, if suppose this is the vibrating object. Okay, this is the vibrating object which is producing the vibration. Okay, so this object, what it does, if this is the particle of the medium, it gets it in motion. Okay, it gets it in motion means it allows it to move further. Okay, so it is first displaced from its equilibrium position and now it is displaced. Okay, it is displaced. So this particle is displaced, it goes in front. It goes in front, and what it does is it displaces the next particle. Okay, it displaces the next particle which further goes in front. Okay, and then this particle, it comes back to its original position. Okay, it comes back to its original position. So this one will displace the next one and will again come back to its original position. So in this case, the particles are not traveling, but the particles are displaced. Okay, they are displaced by the disturbance. They are displaced by the disturbance. So what is traveling in front is the disturbance. Okay, so this process continues in the medium till the sound reaches your ear. So this will continue till it reaches the receiver or the listener. Okay, the listener's ear. Okay, so this is the disturbance which travels through the medium, which helps the sound to be propagated. A wave is a disturbance that moves through a medium when the particles of the medium set the neighboring particles into the motion. So what is this disturbance? This disturbance is actually the wave. Okay, the wave is a disturbance which gets the particles into the motion. Okay, so sound waves are characterized by the motion of the particles in the medium and are called as the mechanical waves. So the disturbance transmits the sound in the medium okay, it transmits the sound in the medium and it is the wave. Okay, and it is called as the sound wave because it gets particles in motion. In motion, it is called as the mechanical wave. Mechanical wave. Okay, So for now, let's see about the most common medium, that is the air. Air is the most common medium through which the sound travels. When a vibrating object moves forward, it pushes and compresses the air in front of it, creating a region of high pressure. Okay, so air is the medium, most common medium through which the sound travels. Now what happens if this is the vibrating object, okay, which produces the vibration? What it does is it compresses the air in front of it. Okay, it compresses means it tightens up, it compresses the air in front of it, and what is created over here? Region of high pressure. Okay, a region of high pressure, and this is called as compression. Okay, so that there is a compression over here. Now after a compression, when the vibrating object moves backwards, it creates a region of low pressure. Okay, so when it is coming backward, it is creating a region of low pressure, means the particles are not placed tightened up, they are far away from each other. That is the region of low pressure. Okay, and it is called as rarefaction. So the sound wave that propagates through the medium produces a series of compression and rarefactions. Compression is the region of high pressure, whereas the rarefaction is the region of low pressure. Pressure is related to the number of particles given of a medium in a given volume. How much particles are there? More density of the particles in the medium gives more pressure. Thus, propagation of sound can be visualized as the propagation of density variations or pressure variations in the medium. So, how do we visualize sound? Sound propagation is visualized as how much the particles are there in particular medium at that particular time. Okay, so that is region of high pressure, there is region of low pressure, there is density variations or pressure variations as the sound is propagated, and because there is density and pressure variations in the propagation of sound in the medium, okay, that's the reason sound is propagated. Okay, if there is no density variations or pressure variations, sound won't be propagated. So this is the mechanism of how sound is propagated from the produced source to the receiver or the listener. Okay, so today we saw what is sound, what is the main reason for the production of sound, then how it is transmitted, what is the mechanism of propagation, and and then we saw the propagation of sound to the most common medium, that is air. So yes, this is it for the video. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel.